Hello folks, the Celtic Nerd here bringing you another nerdy video. As you can see, we are back with Star Wars The Old Republic, the Smuggler storyline. Now, I've just completed Ord Mantell as well as the first storyline Flashpoint with my Smuggler making use of power tech. Which is normally the bounty hunter. It's one of the bounty hunter's original classes. Because before the game came out, each origin story had its own unique two classes, which then had. Each origin story had an original class, which then had two subclasses. Power Tech was one of the subclasses for the bounty hunter to simplify, because they had access to heavy armor. Now we do have a quest here, called Training Skills, because typically every class is supposed to have two with the new system. And I gotta tell you, playing a Smuggler who is supposed to be proficient in heavy armor, like he tends, like the idea that he's supposed to be wearing like lots of heavy armor, does not completely sit fully well with my character, or at least how I view a Smuggler. The Smuggler is not supposed to stand out all too much. They're supposed to not like have all the big bulky gear. I could see maybe a rifle, but again, when you think Smuggler, you don't think someone in big bulky heavy armor. You think someone like Han Solo and Lando Calrissian, and Chewie. Now Chewie did stand out a bit due to the fact that he was a sheer bloody fucking Wookiee. But yeah, you don't really think big bulky heavy armor. That'll be more for the trooper. So I am thinking of adopting a different playstyle. Now there are three that I am thinking of. So first we'll just demonstrate the Scoundrel. So this is one of the rogues, Smuggler's original subclasses. It's all about use of, stealth, shotguns, and a pistol. So whereas the operative allowed for the backstab, the way you execute people with the Scoundrel is you would basically take out a shotgun and shoot them in the back. So that is the Scoundrel. Next, what I was thinking of was the Gunslinger. Gives us access to two pistols. Now again, the Smuggler is the Republic version of... It's a bit of a mixed bag. This is one of the reasons why I think the class system in Star Wars The Old Republic was so good. They were not just mirror images of each other classes. And I'll explain why fairly soon after this little cutscene. So, the Bounty Hunter had two subclasses. The Power Tech, which is what I currently have, and the other was the Mercenary. Now, the Mercenary is similar to the Gunslinger, but only in the sense that it focuses on using dual pistols. It was a medium. I'm trying to remember. I believe it was a medium heavy armor class. And again, one of the things I do like about the Old Republic is that they changed the jetpacks animations based on what you're wearing. For example, our character doesn't have a bag, anything on his back, so it switches to using his boots, like Cad Bane, which is what I'm actually thinking I might save that type of play style for that. But anyway, so that's where the similarities between the dual wielding smuggler and the dual wielding bounty hunter differ. The dual wielding bounty hunter is all about heavy ordnance and dual wielding pistols and using his jet boots or jetpack. Whereas the smuggler's one is a bit of a hybrid between the bounty hunter and the sniper. Basically, each faction got like at least one class that specialized in using cover. The Sith Empire had the operative, but they had the operative with the sniper subclass, and the Republic was supposed to have the gunslinger from the smuggler. So they tried to make them. They were not polar versions of each other. So like, even though by essence the bounty hunter is the polar opposite of the smuggler, as in the sense that they are both classes that are not official members of said faction, but they work mainly for that faction. For instance, our smuggler is going to be mainly working for the Republic, and then the bounty hunter mainly works for the Empire. But when it comes to their skill sets, they're not polar opposites, which is again a good thing. Like, instead of giving us a sniper, a Republic sniper who uses cover, we instead got a dual wielding smuggler who makes use of cover. Now, again, with this new system, that's not exactly 100% true. We theoretically could play a Republic sniper now. But that being said, that's not what this is about. This is about me now trying to pick a not so obvious thing. See, again, I want to play into the whole, like, not wearing the heavy armor. And I know through the cosmetic things, we don't have to worry about that. But no, I'm starting to really notice all the things that, like, all the gadgets that the power tech has on their suit, because that's what the power tech is. It's all about having hidden weapons within your suit. You're essentially an Iron Man. You have a wrist-mounted flamethrower. A thing is supposed to come out of your the back, because most of the bounty hunter stuff has backpacks, and so does the trooper heavy armor. But most of it's all supposed to be coming out of your armor, basically, and that's what's the problem I'm having right now. Is like, I saw in one of my previous videos. Oh, we just got invited to a guild. Decline. But yeah, one of the powers that I used for the power tech is supposed the animation looks better when you have a backpack, but I didn't. So like, it just looks like a huge metal box appeared on my character's back, and then started raining down missiles. Now again, I am curious about how the heavy armor is going to look with the smuggler. I am very curious about that, because typically heavy armor if it was the trooper, it would obviously it would have the Havoc squad. So far we have not seen that symbol, so that's why I went shield tech, because I was hoping it's the less obvious of all the suits. And again, I do like how my current character's outfit does have like big bulky van braces, so that way it could theoretically be an excuse that, like, oh yeah, that's where the flamethrower is hidden. But I do want to pick one that is makes a little bit more sense for a smuggler. So I'm either thinking the scoundrel for the whole stealth thing, but to go with the heavy armor, potentially the heavy armor, I'm not entirely sure. I might go I think this might be a time for a spinning wheel, folks. I can't decide. And unfortunately, since I'm doing these videos no longer live, we don't really have that option. So give me a sec to set up a spinning wheel. Spinning wheel, wheel names. And it still has my previous ones saved still. Alright. Alright, so we're looking at Merc for Mercenary, Scoundrel, and Gunslinger. Okay, let me just set up my Chrome feed. There we go. Yeah, you guys can see it. Alright, so we'll spit in this and it will let us know what I should use in terms of pistols. Here we go. Spinning. Scoundrel it is. Because again, I want to show off different playstyles as much as I can. Oh, we're already at Scoundrel, luckily enough. Yeah, that's just boilerplate stuff. Now, the fun fact though is the Force users get a whole different thing that basically recommends based on your alignment, because this is supposed to not happen until a bit later. Right, let's just close that. And did this drop us on Coruscant? Yeah, I did. We're actually, yeah, sorry, we already were on Coruscant. I just dropped us outside of the ship thing. So let's, like, hold on, let me just show gear instead. Show gear as outfit. You know, I should actually label this one. Let's name it. There we go. There we go. So that's what our character currently looks like. Now, as you can see, I'm trying to focus on gear that mainly increases defense rating. Because, again, that's in terms of our power tech build, we are power armor. And again, I do like the fact that this is not as heavy. I will admit that it's not as heavy as what we get from bounty hunters. I want to hide the helmet just because there's not it just looks weird with a Twi'lek. So yeah, I do like how this armor is not as heavy as it could be. Let's actually, is it even heavy armor? Let's see, what is it? No, this is adaptive armor. Wait, did they? Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I think they actually got rid of. Yeah, I might be remembering now that they actually did get rid of the whole heavy armor stuff. Yeah. Now all there is adaptive armor, so pretty much anyone can wear it. We have to go back to our quest giver. But yeah, no, we now have a stealth build, so that's going to be interesting. Outfitter. Identify colors. There we go. Where is... Oh, the arrival hangar was on the other side. My bad. Right, I'm going to now... sorry folks, I'm going to re-mute my mic.
Everything on Coruscant is huge. You see those city towers as we flew in? How many people you figure live in those? Millions?
You've never been off Ord Mantell in your life, have you?
Don't go making assumptions. I've just never been here. Want to find Skalvik before we're too old to shoot straight? We're gonna need local help.
We'll just rattle some skulls until Skalvik falls out.
Wouldn't mind getting some practice with Sparky here, but I know a faster way. There's a gambler named Darmus Pollerin who keeps tabs on everything worth knowing about Coruscant. Good man. You'll like him.
Worth a visit, I guess. Where do I find this Darmus?
Vidu always said if you look for a sabacc table surrounded by beautiful women, you'll find Darmus. But I can narrow that down. I still have Vidu's hollow-frequency contacts, and Darmus is one of them. Give me a second, and we'll talk to the man himself.
Corso, is that you? It's been too long, you rascal. What brings you to Coruscant?
A friend and I are in a real bind. Is there a place we can meet you?
Of course. Come to my private cantina booth. I'm here now, winning my 10th hand of sabacc against a very persistent Rhodian. Hope you don't mind the occasional blaster fire. The cantina is in a rowdy part of Coruscant.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Do you know how to play sabacc? If not, I'll teach you. It's the favorite game around here.
Keep your comlink channel open, Darmus. I've got some bad news about Vidu. I'll bring Darmus up to speed while we travel, Captain.
Don't tell Darmus anything he doesn't need to know.
You got it.
Ah, you're here. It's a great pleasure to meet one of the Republic's finest. I admire anyone who charges into an active volcano full of separatists and comes back alive.
You must have inside information to know that.
People in the know stay that way by employing people like me. I represent Venara Kale, Senator of Coruscant. She not only speaks for our capital world in the Galactic Senate, but oversees this planet's government. Senator Kale leads the effort to rebuild what was destroyed during the Sith Empire's invasion. Healing those old wounds has been slow and painful.
You're here collecting credits for the reconstruction. Is that it?
A person with your skills can provide more substantial aid. This world faces many a crisis. A shattered infrastructure, a booming refugee population, whole sectors descending into anarchy. All of these hinder the rebuilding. Senator Kale believes you're specially qualified to deal with a dangerous and urgent threat. She'd appreciate the favor of a meeting. Immediately.
I don't have time to meet with politicians.
You misunderstand. This matter is urgent. Lives are at stake. Senator Kale is the greatest leader we've had in decades. She'll not only rebuild this world, but the rest of the Republic with it. Speak to Minister Immo at the Senate Tower. Tell him you're expected. Good luck, and welcome to Coruscant.
Coruscant sure is good at making a fella feel small. I guess it's kind of inspiring.
On it. The course.
The senators are mighty proud of their office building, aren't they? Can't say I blame them.
Permorati Hivo, Semper Finst June, Mason, Dumul Ganyor Nord.
Thank you for coming on short notice. I'm Senator Venara Kale. Forgive my abruptness, but time is a luxury I don't possess. As you may have heard, Coruscant is overwhelmed with refugees fleeing Imperial tyranny. Many have been here since the war. The refugees took over the old galactic market sector, huddling in shops and warehouses that were abandoned during the sacking of Coruscant. They refused to leave.
Is the Republic doing anything to provide for these refugees?
Resources are scarce. There's only so much we can do. As so often happens when fear and poverty dominate, a criminal element has risen to take advantage of the situation. The Migrant Merchants Guild began as a political advocacy group for refugees. Over the years, it transformed into a ruthless and murderous criminal syndicate.
Do the gangsters have a power structure? A leader?
It's a consortium of powerful crime lords. When one falls, another takes his place. It makes them difficult to defeat. The Migrant Merchants Guild has grown increasingly hostile and violent. Their criminal enforcers have acquired military-grade weaponry. Earlier today, their thugs took to the streets. They attacked our security personnel, set fires, began rioting. We're facing an armed insurrection.
A battalion or two of the Republic's finest will solve that problem.
A full-scale military response is out of the question. The collateral damage would be more than we can bear. For generations, the old galactic market was Coruscant's central trade hub. Its importance isn't merely economic. It's a symbol of the Republic's freedom. The comm channels are jammed. We've lost contact with our security forces. I need your help ending this crisis. The criminals must not win.
Leave everything to me, Gorgeous. When the bad guys are all gone, I'll take you out for dinner.
That's a generous offer. We'll discuss it later. Do whatever you must to save innocent lives from that criminal filth. Find my security chief, Captain Winborn. He'll help. Good luck.
But I'm feeling pretty underdressed. You suppose there's a place that rents formal wear around here?
Nayanam Ramkam, Kala Amka Mani Mani, Ledik bak.
That was a fairly unsubtle attempt to get my attention. What do you need? Incriminating photos? Dirty holocalls?
Back soon. Not a problem.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I greet you on behalf of the great and noble Senator Dolibur Bark. I have the honor of being his senior page. The senator sent me as his representative, though he'd prefer to be here himself. He loves to walk among his people.
The senator sounds like a wonderful man.
Oh, he's the most wonderful man I've ever met. Today, the senator sent me to find brave and loyal citizens to help with a security crisis. It involves his work to restore the Republic to glory by re-establishing our technological superiority.
That's gotta cause some serious credits.
It will, and we must thank the great senator for his enormous generosity. Recently, the senator arranged to acquire a shipment of computer chips, advanced hardware that could create whole new industries for the Republic. Unfortunately, the shipment was hijacked by the Migrant Merchants Guild. Now, Republic security is afraid to take on the Guild's thugs.
You're looking for outside help.
Exactly. The senator says this issue is really over security's head anyways. Recovering the shipment of chips from the Guild would be a great service to Senator Bark and the Republic.
Is Senator Bark paying for this?
Yes, of course, your fee. In his generosity, the senator has promised to personally reward anyone who helps. To find out where the Guild has hidden the senator's shipment, you'll have to speak with Security Captain Denel Zahn. He ran the investigation. Then return the shipment to Senator Bark's office in the Senate Tower. I'm sure he'll want to thank you personally.
Even the cantinas here are big. Dharma says this is the best watering hole on the planet.
Welcome, my friend. I'm Darmus Polerance, a back player and information resource without equal.
Nice to meet you. I'm the fastest blaster in the galaxy.
I guess congratulations are in order. I wasn't aware that competition had been settled. Good for you. Sorry to hear about Vidu. He was a man of refined taste and a terrible card player. I'll truly miss him. Life is like sabacc. The trick is to quit while you're ahead and enjoy your winnings. Exactly how I'll spend my twilight years.
I'll still be flying around this galaxy 100 years from now.
I like your spirit, Captain. Sometimes I think I'm already too old for this business. Now, I know this isn't a social call. Corso says you have troubles, and I'm prepared to help.
Rogan the Butcher put a bounty on my head. I want it removed.
Not much I can do about that, except find the man who got you into trouble. Name is Skavak, yes? Skavak is well known in the galactic underworld. He's earned death sentences across the galaxy for everything from armed robbery to kidnapping. He's known to be in the Sith Empire's pocket, and he even cheats at cards. I'm happy to help you find him.
Skavak works for the Empire?
On occasion, yes. The man isn't particular about his friends. Let's hope that makes him easier to catch. Soon as Corso mentioned Skavak's name, I alerted all my best informants. I'm getting some interesting leads.
What did I tell you, Captain? Darmus can find out anything. We'll have Skavak in no time.
Let's hear Darmus's brilliant advice first.
I don't offer advice, Captain. Only information. What you do with it is up to you. Skavak recently used the services of a data slicer named Kixie in the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. Quite talented, I hear.
I'll say this. The man has a way with women.
I don't think it's a romantic relationship. Skavak doesn't convert with aliens. Even near humans like Kixie. Kixie might be able to help you flush Skavak out of hiding. Be careful, though. The guild is well armed and doesn't like outsiders. Excuse me, but I noticed some delightful young ladies in desperate need of attention. Duty calls.
I'm desperate, Mal.
I wish I could help, Nick. I really do, but I can't spare the manpower.
Is this what the Republic has been reduced to? Indifference to the suffering of aliens?
My species hasn't affected the way I've been treated.
Maybe that's because you're human enough, or rich enough, or special enough. For us, there is no justice. We are ruled over by gangsters who call themselves the Migrant Merchants Guild. While Republic security...
Nick, none of you should be living here. We can't guarantee your safety. You know that.
Our homes were buried under rubble during the war. Not our fault the businessmen here are all crooks.
Is there some way I can pitch in?
I don't know. Things are not well at all, and I do so need someone. The Republic considers us squatters and wants us out. The Migrant Merchants Guild claims to protect us, but all they do is exploit us. Now, the Guild has kidnapped my mate Rhea and put her to work as an entertainer. Rhea, forced to dance for the pleasure of scoundrels.
You should have mentioned that earlier. Is kidnapping common?
The Guild does whatever it wishes. They are worse than Hutts. Given Republic Security's apathy, what is an honest merchant to do?
Oh, for goodness sake, Nick, give it a rest.
There's no telling what humiliations and depravities Rhea's been forced to endure. My beloved is worth a great deal to me. Bring her back and I'll reward you handsomely.
All right, I'll do it. I always was a sucker for people in love.
Thank the ancestors. I cannot express what this means to me. Rhea is being held with the other dancers in the guild headquarters. She's a beautiful nautilin with lovely green head tresses. I'm sure you'll know her.
In accordance with Security Force Regulation 1195, conversations with non-security personnel are to be kept to a minimum. Let's make this quick. I'm Captain Denel Zahn. Senator Barks Page ordered me to give you information regarding the Senator's stolen goods.
I wouldn't let him order me around.
Good. That's why we need to reach an understanding here. Did the Senator's crony tell you where the shipment came from, or what these computer chips are for?
This is just business, got it?
All right, I get it. You should still know the truth, though. The chips are from planet Ryloth. They're designed to operate remote control slave collars. Under Republic Law 4412, Rylothian slave collars and the chips used to make them are illegal in Republic space, even for senators.
Those chips must be worth a pile of credits.
The Migrant Merchants Guild wouldn't have stolen them otherwise. Our immediate problem is that these slave collar chips are spread around the Migrant Merchants Guild headquarters. First priority is get the shipment together again. After that, bring the chips back to me and I'll make sure they're destroyed.
What's the upside for me?
I can offer you the standard rate. The Senator's probably offering more, but it'll be dirty money. Find the chips and get out of the Guild warehouse. Once you've got everything, I suggest you let us deal with the shipment, not the Senator.
They're having shootouts in the street? And here I thought Coruscant wouldn't be any fun.
Cut power to the whole blasted planet if you have to. We can't let those crazies take over the network.
Captain Winborn? Senator Kale said you need backup. What's the situation?
We're getting cut to pieces down here. We're not trained to fight an army of killers. These gangsters are smart, organized, clearly trained off-world. They'll kill thousands. Might even destroy the Senate Tower.
The Senate Tower is nowhere near this sector.
Scum found themselves a way around that little detail. The gangsters brought slicers to access every network node in the sector. They're trying to take over the automated speeder flight paths. They'll cause thousands of mid-air collisions. It'll rain debris on the Senate Tower like a meteor storm. No telling how many will die.
Send a man to warn the senators. They need to find shelter.
I sent word right before you got here, but there isn't enough time to save everyone. We have to stop this here. The gangsters have armed patrols guarding the network access points. We need to push them back and manually lock down the terminals. Get enough terminals, and we might just pull this off. My men will back you up. Good luck in there.
That's right. I got you. The tools and the talent.
This is great! Thanks, Captain. Thank you. Thank you.
Easy. On it. Easy, easy.
That's right. I got you.
Kixie better be worth all this extra trouble.
There's bound to be somebody around here with a clearance pass. You ready for some more action, Captain?
Simple.
Take that!
Potanua vatikuna etuta.
I'm here to see a friend of mine, Ria Delaru.
Kukutichoski nawi kuchusi yomata chi pompota.
Thank you for considering Hanera's dance troupe for your entertainment needs. How may I please you this day?
Nick's worried about you. He asked me to get you out of here.
Blast it. I should have known. I'm afraid you've wasted your time. I'm not here against my will.
It's okay, you can talk to me.
I'm sorry, I should have told Nick the truth. I was just hoping to spare his feelings. Life with him was miserable. Not only were we barely scraping by, but I was fed up. His jealousy was driving me crazy. He didn't want me talking to anyone or going out. Life here is... it's better.
Your mate probably needs to hear this.
I know, I should have realized he would never just let me go. Could you please tell Nick I was shipped off Coruscant? If he thinks I'm gone, he might move on.
You'll go back to Nick one way or another.
You'd really make me, wouldn't you? You should be an enforcer for the guild. I'll go back to him. Let me get my things. I'm going.
I've had enough!
Awfully nice of the guild to leave a clearance pass for their security patrol.
Now you're dumb, ugly, and dead.
Been monitoring you on the security network. You sure know how to make an entrance.
Guess we found our slicer. But why does this room look like a prison?
Because it is a prison. Thanks for noticing. Whatever issues you're having with the guild, I'm on your side. I'm just a slave here.
I'm not here to blast you.
Then is there any chance you're here to free me? Because I'm definitely ready to not be here. The guild locked me up 2 years ago. Forced me to work for them. I'll do anything to get out. What do you need?
We'll be on Skavik's trail and I'll free you.
Finding his trail is easy. Just look for the slime. I knew that Corellian pig lizard Skavik had ticked off the wrong person. No wonder he was in such a hurry. Skavik paid the guild to clean his identity record. They made me slice into the Republic's main database and delete all his arrest warrants.
You just cracked open the Republic's database and changed things?
That's what I do. The Republic administrators never even knew I was there. Sorry, but that's all I know about Skavik. I'm not sure how else to help you.
Isn't there some way to figure out where Skavik is?
Do you know how many people are on Coruscant? It takes a lot for one man to stand out. Hang on. Maybe that's it. Take away his spotless identity record, and Skavik can't walk 10 meters without attracting attention. He'll be a lot easier to find. I can ruin Skavik's identity record for you in no time. If I do that, will you let me go?
I want Skavik's record dirtier than a sewer on Hutta.
In other words, just the way I found it. No problem. I saved copies of everything I erased from Skavik's identity record. All I have to do now is transfer the data back. There. Easy. The minute he passes an identity checkpoint, it'll trigger an alarm.
A gangster put a price on my head. Can you fix that?
Thing about gangsters is, getting in trouble with them is easy. Getting out? That's something else. Sorry, I can't help you there. Okay, let me go now, so I can make it out before they lock this place down.
I was always planning to let you go.
Thank you, you're my hero.
Maybe we should go check in with Darmus, see if he's got any new info on Skavik.
That's right. I got you. had enough!
My men can't believe you took on all those gangsters and lived. You're a blasted hero, you know that? With the network terminals locked down, the speeder traffic is secure. Now, all that's left is pushing out those gangsters for good.
There was some kind of encrypted message on the network. Looks like a recording.
Let me see that. It's an old Migrant Merchants Guild code. I think I can decrypt it. Here we go.
You accepted our friendship, Senator Kale, and credits. It's time you paid us back. All we want are the housing projects you promised our people now.
Your people will have to wait their turn like everyone else. I owe you nothing. If you continue pushing me, I'll destroy you all.
Should have known Senator Kale was too good to be true. She's an even bigger crook than I thought.
Doesn't make sense. There's gotta be an explanation.
Your extortion attempt has failed. My people are pushing back your little army as we speak. It's over.
Nobody breaks a deal with us, Senator. We'll have what we want one way or another.
This is way above my pay grade. I'm not destroying the reputation of Coruscant's most popular politician. Take the recording. I don't want it.
A security captain who gives away evidence to complete strangers. How did you get this job?
I follow my conscience. Whatever's happening, there's a reasonable explanation. Senator Kale has done great things for Coruscant. She's a good woman. Give her a chance. My men and I will stay down here. You should go back to the Senate Tower.
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again. Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
I'm afraid I don't have anything for you.
Well, get the chips as soon as you...
There you are. Rhea is back home. Thank the ancestors. As for any unpleasantness, Rhea's clearly confused and has been unduly influenced by the Guild.
I'm on a schedule, Nick. If you could just pay me what you owe me.
Yes, of course. You've given me something more precious than anything in the galaxy, and you deserve a handsome reward. I hope that this will help express my deepest gratitude. I am forever in your debt.
Forever's a long time, but I guess it's a big debt.
I hope Coruscant treats you better than it's treated us. So long.
Look, if it's a matter of credits, we can negotiate a new price.
You
placing the bounty here.
An informant spotted you leaving the Migrant Merchants Guild. I trust Kixie was useful?
Kixie did a real number on Skavik's identity record.
On a world this crowded with people and technology, he can't hide for long. My sources reveal Skavik is doing business with the Black Sun Gang. A dangerous friendship for all sorts of reasons. Black Sun is notorious for keeping holo recordings of all their meetings. No doubt they preserve the highlights of Skavik's visit.
I doubt Black Sun just lets anybody peek at their holos.
Black Sun fragments its recordings over several computers to prevent unauthorized viewing. You'll have to assemble the relevant footage by accessing each computer. I should warn you, Black Sun controls an entire sector of Coruscant. They're thugs with the most horrible manners. Do be careful. Good luck.
Halt, citizen. I'm seeing double, but you both look like you can handle yourself. Officer Anstis. Nice to, ouch, meet you. Apparently I've got enemies back at HQ. Got the unenviable task of arresting Gambo, Black Sun enforcer with a string of murders to his name. I've gone inside the dealer's den half a dozen times to confront him, and he's beaten me within a centimeter of my life each time.
Are you still in one piece?
My head's pounding and you're covered in spots. I've been better. I'd call for backup, but frankly, Gambo could tear through that whole cantina if he had a mind to. He needs to be talked down or knocked out if I'm gonna arrest him. I'm no match, but you might have a shot.
I'll go talk to Gambo. You should get to a med center.
I won't leave my post. I can't take Gambo, but I can keep tabs on him. No one sees Gambo without going through Zuki, his lookout. If you're lucky, Gambo might give you a few words before he starts swinging. Use them wisely.
I need to talk to Gambo.
Putula musta, wo granitampio, tu pushiwompa. Gilis ka chanaga wanichika kospa ini kokate.
I can handle Gambo. He won't hurt you.
Gino hagwa bontagu, chubalong haku. Tong micha kolkata maji, ta us azalas ulval.
Li kakusha topo, michuba!
There's no reason we can't cut a deal here.
Jawamba bugaktu apanki.
Now you're dumb, ugly, and dead.
Chubalangaku, Chinahagwa Bontagu!
Utula musta, wo granitampio, tu pushiwompa.
Punchimo! Uban chonuli paisti potoga!
Piska ku, palia pitie, potenia go.
Don't know what you said, but I almost died of shock when Gambo turned himself in. Command might grumble about excessive force, but it's not my fault he picked a fight with someone he couldn't beat. I should call a medic before I pass out. Thanks for the help.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Eruele flara garo, isaborgesem zevaxa inatro, mbome finadre.
That will be all, Minister. Dismissed. Captain Winborn contacted me. You thwarted an attack that would have killed thousands. You have my gratitude. Unfortunately, you also have a holo recording I would like destroyed. Its contents will only cause harm.
I don't expect much from my elected officials, but taking credits from gangsters? Seriously?
Many choices only appear foolish in retrospect. At the time, it felt like the right thing to do. My opponent in the elections was a vile man, lazy, stupid, and corrupt. He wasn't interested in building, only taking. I had to win. But I didn't possess as much wealth as he did. When those gangsters approached me, I accepted their donation, and I'd do it again.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to stop my enemies. Sometimes you have to break the rules.
I regret nothing, but I've worked hard to atone for my compromises. I stole from those criminals to rebuild Coruscant for its people, set things right. I'll bring the Migrant Merchants Guild to justice. You hold the power to ensure my success. Let me finish healing this world. Please, destroy that recording.
You're all clear, Senator.
Thank you. I won't forget what you've done for me. For Coruscant.
Since you're feeling generous, how about a donation to my favorite cause?
Certainly. Take it in the spirit of friendship and discretion. I'll see to it you're properly recognized for your heroism in the old galactic market. Farewell.
Come in. I'm Senator Bark. Hiram has told me he found someone to aid in our cause. I presume that brave citizen is you. Tell me, did you recover my shipment from the Migrant Merchants Guild? Those chips are very valuable.
What are you planning to do with these chips?
I assure you, my intentions serve the good of the Republic, regardless of what the captain may have told you. Laws regulating slavery are holding the Republic back. These chips, innovative, labor-saving, and simple to use, can help demonstrate why it's time for a change.
The current laws are the ones we must obey.
Progress often requires the sacrifice of outdated ideals. Slavery was once an accepted practice in the Republic. It continues with great effectiveness in many Outer Rim worlds. The Sith Empire makes extensive use of slave labor, which is one of many factors that gives the Empire a military and economic advantage.
It always comes down to credits, doesn't it?
Credits buy technology and supplies, the things that determine military strength and superiority. I'm sure Hiram has mentioned generous compensation for your services, in addition to the privilege of serving the Republic. If you will hand over my shipment now, we can talk about your reward.
These chips should be destroyed.
You uptight moralist. It's people like you who are holding...
Look what the Wampa dragged in. I was beginning to wonder if I'd see you again. Did you get the shipment of slave collar chips?
Take these chips and destroy them, Captain.
Oh, I will. Senator Bark will be disappointed, but the law is the law, even for senators. I know he probably offered more, but I can at least give you the standard rate for your work.
I'm just glad we found them before Senator Bark did.
I'm with you on that. To be honest, I can't think of a more detestable technology. I've got a lot of data work to do now. We don't want the Senator finding any fault with the way this was handled, but you've got my thanks.